Hello out there. We're on the air. This is going to be just a quick introduction to the video that's going to be played on the second part of the show here. But I just want a little bit of housekeeping, I guess, for the channel here. I want to point you to a couple different resources. If you are somebody who's just kind of getting into Bitcoin, or you've been in maybe for 6 months to a year, I think this information is going to be pretty valuable for you. So the video today is going to be it was day 6, I think, from our 365 days of Bitcoin course that we're doing. So for 365 days, every day in 2025, I'm going to post a video about 5, 10, 15 minutes long, covering a variety of different topics in Bitcoin. So the idea there is basically to start at day 0. Somebody who's never heard about Bitcoin or anything, doesn't own any Bitcoin, and we got a whole list of things we're going to cover here throughout the next 365 days. So this one's from day 6. This one's talking about earning Bitcoin for free. And I think if you are somebody who's just getting into Bitcoin, you should be doing everything that you can to earn free Bitcoin right now, free sats. And so there's 3 or 4 resources on the video that I'm going to share here, talking about ways to earn free Bitcoin. And so again, that was from day 6 of 365. So if you are somebody who's just getting into Bitcoin, wants to learn as much as you can at a very slow pace, Bitcoin itself is not something that can be taught or learned in a 2-hour video, in a 2-week course. It takes a lot of time within Bitcoin. One of the main mindsets in Bitcoin is a very low time preference, long-term vision. And so this course is made to coincide with that and align with that. So for 365 days, a short video every day. By the time you get to the end of this course, you're going to be doing pretty well for yourself, for your conviction, for your security, everything in between, and to make sure that you and your family have this Bitcoin in 50 years from now. That's kind of the idea here. So that's the first one. I'm going to put that link at the very top here if you want to join that. It works out to be about $1 per day for 2025. That's how I kind of structured the membership for that. So we got a really good group of people in there. I think there's more than a dozen people going through it right now. And if you don't feel like you're too late to it either, you're only 15 days into this, you can do a couple 2-a-days for a while and catch back up. And these will always be there for you to go back to. That's the nice thing about it, is for a year and beyond, you're going to have access to these videos that you can always tap into if you need to. So that's the first one. Plus, we're going to be doing, with that also includes a private Q&A every Wednesday morning. You get access to that. Plus, I think this week or next week, I'm going to be setting up a group chat on Signal specific for the people going through this 365 days of Bitcoin, because everybody will kind of be at the same pace, same point in their journey. And I think that's so beneficial when you can learn from people who are a little bit above you at the same level, and then you can start teaching people a little bit later on. And the last thing I'd say about that is at the end of the 365 days, you're actually going to get a nice certificate from me. And who knows what kind of value that certificate will have in the future. It could be used as toilet paper, or it could actually have some sort of meaning in the future. So who knows? 365 days, this much work. I think you should be rewarded for that. And who knows who will honor it in the future. So that's 365 days of Bitcoin. Again, I'm going to put the link right at the top of this video. And then the video from day 6, how to earn free Bitcoin, will follow this little introduction here. Second one I want to say is yesterday I did a show with Rajat. I'm sure most Bitcoiners are familiar with Rajat. He's a fellow Canadian, an amazing guy. Him and I get along very well together. And him and I are actually going to start doing a once per week show, timeless Bitcoin. So something you're going to be able to go back to in 5 years from now, and the information's still going to be relevant. So it's not going to be any sort of news, the latest and greatest. It's going to be first principles, timeless information about Bitcoin. So the first episode is on his channel. You can go over there and find it. I'll put a link for that right underneath the Patreon. I should probably make an order here. So we got the 365 days, and then we got Rajat channel and show. And what I'm going to ask you to do here is, if you're watching this, leave a comment below if you have any questions or any topics that you would like Rajat and myself to cover in future weeks. We're going to be posting that video every Monday, I think, alternating between his channel and mine. So make sure you are subscribed with notifications if you're interested in that, to both channels. So that's the second one here. And then finally, a good friend of mine named Bodie, him and I started doing a weekly show as well every Thursday. We do it live though. The one with Rajat is going to be all edited and recorded. But the show I'm doing with Bodie every Thursday is called Bitcoin Generations. And it's actually going to be focused towards baby boomers in Bitcoin. I mean, that's where the majority of the wealth is. And I think that that's a very undercovered or underappreciated segment of the population, and how meaningful Bitcoin is going to be for baby boomers. So it is mostly for baby boomers to get a good idea of what Bitcoin is, kind of like starting from day zero as well. But it's not specific to baby boomers. If you're somebody who's brand new to this thing and you don't want to do the 365 and you're not quite advanced, I guess, to check out Rajat's videos, I think that the Bitcoin Generation show will be for you. So I'm going to share all three of those links below: 365, Rajat, and Bitcoin Generations. And I mean, same thing for the Bitcoin Generations too. If you got a topic or anything that you want Bodie and I to discuss and cover, just leave a comment with it, and we'll take note of it. We'll implement it if it makes sense. And that's it. So I hope you enjoy this. This is one of the days from 365 days, day 6, earning free Bitcoin. It's not going to be around forever, so we definitely have to take advantage of these incentives and free Bitcoin while we can. I really believe that, you know, one of the apps on here I talk about is ZBD, but I'll also put all the links to like the stuff I'm talking about in the video below here too as well. But like ZBD, I did a survey on there today for 4 options, a poll, and I think I got 35 sats for doing that. So like 35 sats you get for doing a poll in 2025. I really believe in 10 years from now, 2035, people will be working probably a full day or a full week for that. So the sats you earn today, as we say on the Bitcoin Amigos, are freedom. Sats you save tomorrow, freedom in the future. So take advantage of what we can, take this stuff seriously, and that's it. So enjoy this video, and make sure you check out some of the stuff we got going on in the show notes here. Bye-bye. Hello out there. It's day 6 and we're back on the air. I'm joined by my co-host today, Arnie Boy. Trying to get out of the shot here. Anyways, trying not to waste your time here. So today is day 6. I'm losing my voice here a little bit. We've had, she's been a day, but we're going to get this done right now quickly. It's going to be a shorter one today. I know we've had some deep conversation so far, or topics so far. And I'll say a couple things here before we go any further. Number one is I would encourage you to go back and watch a couple of those. Again, it took me 2 or 3 years, honestly. I wish somebody would have told me to explore these things when I was first getting into Bitcoin, because they are the most important aspects of Bitcoin in terms of the network, in terms of the difficulty, in terms of the hash power. All these different things working in tandem is what really makes Bitcoin so special and so unique and so much different than anything we've ever seen before. So if you have some time, go back. I would watch them again. You might pick up on a few things that you missed the first time around. Just like watching a good comedy movie. You watch it, you have a couple laughs, and then you watch it a couple more times, you pick up on a few more jokes and things that were missed. Same kind of thing. You might, there's a lot to take in a short amount of time. So if you do have some time, just go back and watch a couple of those episodes in terms of the network and everything tying together there. But that definitely won't be the last time you hear about it. I'll probably do a specific episode on each one of those topics. It'll just be nice if you have some kind of background information. Second thing I'd say, and I talked about this on the show this morning a little bit, but I do think I gave 3 or 4 links on last video of buying Bitcoin. And start with one for sure. But if you already have one, I would strongly recommend you get at least 2 or 3. Get yourself on 2 or 3 different exchanges. Just create an account, verify yourself, have everything ready to go just in case. You want to have as many different tools, I guess you'd say, in your toolbox as you can. And a couple different exchanges is definitely a good thing to have. And I'm also going to put my link to Caleb and Brown on there. So they're actually an over-the-counter international exchange. And so what that means is over the counter, when you log into like a Coinbase or Bitcoin Well, it's all kind of just software buying and selling Bitcoin for dollars, sending it to addresses. It's all smart contracts. But with over the counter, it's actually a human being that you can pick up the phone and talk to. And so Caleb and Brown is not for everybody. They have a little bit higher fees than your average exchange would, like Bitcoin Well. But you get to talk to a human. You get an advisor that they set you up with there. And the other thing, I just want to mention them right now because I don't know where everybody's at in their journey here on the 365 or where they're at overall in Bitcoin. But if you are somebody who's wanting to make a big purchase in the next little while and you don't have everything together yet, like your security stuff, your wallets, your devices, your steel plates, your encryption, if you don't have all that set up, it's honestly a better idea to just let somebody else hold it for you in the meantime. You should always have the goal of taking self-custody of your Bitcoin for sure. That's what this whole course is designed to do. But if you want to make a big purchase and not have to worry about where it's being stored and whether or not it's safe, using somebody like Caleb and Brown is a good idea because they've been around for over 10 years now. They actually use a third-party custodian called Fireblocks who holds your Bitcoin. And anytime you want it, you just pick up the phone and say, I want my Bitcoin. But that's when you have everything kind of set up already. So again, if you are somebody who wants to make a sizable purchase, maybe reach out to me first or check out Caleb and Brown. That's who I would suggest you use for that. So you can buy it, they'll hold it for you. You get everything set up in the meantime, and then they can send you your Bitcoin whenever you request it. So that's a couple things I would say there. But today we're going to be talking about earning Bitcoin. Earning, and I got 3 things that I want to talk about today that I want to share with you that will help you earn sats, because the way you need to look at this whole thing, and I was going to do a separate video talking about the mindset of Bitcoin, but I think I'm just going to introduce it at different times here. And I just want you to be aware of kind of where we are right now and the mindset that you should have at this moment, which is get as many Satoshis as you possibly can while you can. Because as it stands today, there are still opportunities like what I'm about to talk about today that exist, incentives to make people use their product. In one case, it's for surveys. In another case, it's artists paying people to listen to their stuff. But these incentives will not be around forever. And even in the short time that I've been in Bitcoin for the last 4 or 5 years, the incentives have really dried up. I remember one of the things I use to get free Bitcoin every day is called ShakePay. And if you're in Canada, you should be definitely checking out ShakePay. And I'll put a link. I put it in the last show too, but you just basically shake your phone every day and earn free Bitcoin for doing that. So when I first downloaded ShakePay, I think I was getting 1,000 sats per day just for shaking my phone. Now it's about, when you start, it'll be like 21 sats. So just in those 4 years there, that's how far we've come so far. And it's only going to get worse and worse for people. And if you rewind even further back, 10 years ago, you could have logged into a website. I think it was called the Bitcoin Faucet. And you could have just copied and pasted your Bitcoin address into this website, and they would have sent you 5 Bitcoin. I think it was 1 Bitcoin at a time, up to 5 a day. So that was only 10 years ago. And you can imagine how fast this thing's moving and how far along we're going to be on 10 years from now. So that's why I do think that today and for the next, as long as we can, we should be taking every opportunity to get free Bitcoin while it's still available. So with these 3 things I'm going to share today, you're going to have to set up separate accounts for all of them. And again, going back to the earlier episode here where I said, make sure you have your own Bitcoin email address. That's perfect for things like this, where you're not putting in your main address. You're not having any people send you unnecessarily emails. It increases your privacy, and it reduces any risk of you falling for like a phishing attack or a spam email. So again, make sure you have a Bitcoin email set up first, and then you're going to be setting up 3 different profiles here. So the first one I want to start with is an application called ZBD. So you can download this from the App Store, either Apple or Google. And when you create your profile, there's probably a couple different welcome things. I don't know if there's a referral thing on this or not. Let me just check here quickly. I should have checked all this before. Oh yeah, there is actually. Okay, I did not even know this existed. So I'll share my referral code here for you to use. It looks like you get a what? I don't know how it works. Anyways, sorry, I should have done this before the video started, but I'll include the referral code in the description here, and then you can use that when you sign up. Maybe I'll just put the whole link in there for you to click that you can just go right from there. But with ZBD, there's a couple things that I do every single day. And honestly, it would be a good idea. This is just my best practice that I use. But I have a couple different alarms every day that remind me to do this kind of stuff. Because with apps like ZBD and ShakePay, you have things called streaks. So for every day that you do it consistently, you get more rewards for it. So I set up a couple of different alarms every day just to remind me to go into these apps and redeem my free Bitcoin, which is kind of crazy that you could listen to a podcast in 2025 and earn 100 sats. And in probably a decade from now, people will be working at least a day, I think. It's my prediction anyways, for those same 100 sats. So that's why you really need to be taking advantage of this time in history right now and earning / buying as much as you possibly can. So a couple things you're going to do here is you're going to go to the bottom. There's a little thing called earn. Once you get your profile set up, you go to earn, the bottom there, and you can see there's surveys. I mean, this is something I don't do a whole lot of. I was doing it for a while, but you can click the surveys and you can actually take different surveys and they'll pay you in sats for doing it. Like I've made thousands of sats just by taking surveys. Some of them are a little bit longer, but you get to decide. Like it'll say, this one's going to take you 5 minutes. This is how many sats you get for doing it. And you will only qualify for a certain amount of them. You're not going to be eligible for every survey, but you'll kind of figure it out once you play around with the surveys and stuff. If you got some free time, I highly recommend that. But the one that you do for sure here is called the daily poll. And so I already answered it today, and I earned 25 sats for answering it. So all you do is you answer a question that they provide, you answer it, the poll, and they fund your wallet with 25 sats. Or some days it's 5, some days it's 100, but you just got to answer the poll there. And another thing you can do, and I'll do this right now, but you just click quick earn. You can watch a video, watch an ad, and you get paid 4 sats just for watching an ad. It's probably going to be this guy every time. But what I do is I just set this up like I'll be watching TV or working here, and I'll just press earn or watch. And like I don't watch the ad, it's just playing in the background there, and then you get 4 sats for doing that. So I think there's a maximum you can do it like 10 times a day or something. But again, you might as well be maximizing this if you have the time and ability to do this. It's insane not to. So that's the first one. That's ZBD. And maybe just to make sure that you know what's going on here, I'll show you how to withdraw it as well. Sorry, I'm not maintaining my voice very well today. Okay, now I gotta wait for the stupid video to end. Okay, so that's ZBD. And again, I'm just gonna let this play out, and then I'll show you how to withdraw the sats and stuff like that. All right, so just in case you are doing stuff like this, when this plays, it's going to sit here for a while, and then you just click the arrow at the top there, the next, proceed, and then it'll bring you this, and then you just go back to where it was, and then click X. So I just earned 4 sats for that. All right, so when you want to actually go to withdraw these, see, I got 1,602 sats up there. That's just from taking surveys and stuff, which again, doesn't seem like a lot today, but if you're thinking about Bitcoin the right way, that is going to be massive in the future. So you go to you click that little button at the top. Hold on. So you click how many sats you have, Then you click into it, and then you should be able to go to your wallet there, and you can send it. So at the bottom there, right beside where it says earn, it says wallet. Kind of shitty, you can't see it, but it says wallet. And then you click send, and then you just send it to your speed wallet. So you could say, how many do I want to send here? 1,500 sats next. And then you click to 1,500 sats. You select the recipient there, which in this case would be my speed wallet. And then you can withdraw it anytime. So I should probably do that, actually. I don't want to leave too many sats on there. It's only $2 Canadian right now. But again, we're not thinking about things in terms of what it's worth in dollars today. We're thinking about this for the next 50 years. And I really do believe it's funny. It'll be funny to watch back on this video where I earned 1,500 sats just for taking surveys and what that's going to buy me in 10 years from now. So again, that's why we want to be taking advantage of this stuff now while we can. So that's ZBD. The second one I'm going to tell you about is an application called WAV Lake. So this is what it looks like here. I'll put a thing in. I don't think there's a referral for this one or the next one, but I'll put the link in the description here for you. It's called WAV Lake, WAV Lake, WAV Lake without an E, essentially, in WAV. So you're going to have to set up an account on this as well, which is very easy to do. You just need an email address. You'll probably have to confirm it. But other than that, you don't have to put in any information or your name or anything like that, just an email. And then when you log in here, once you get set up, once you get your profile set up, you just click this is from the home page here. At the top, it says listen to earn. So it looks like I have the opportunity today to earn 56 sats total. So they give you some songs, and then you can listen to them. And for every minute that you listen to them, you get paid sats. I think this is the most underrated one I'm going to show you, and probably within Bitcoin, is this app. So I'll give you an example here. I'll maybe mute it, the microphone. But if you click into a song, you can see at the top there, it says earning 0 of 30 sats. So if I listen to this whole song, I'm going to get 30 sats. The one thing that I have noticed with this, though, is if you close the app or you close the screen, you don't earn anything. So you have to have this open. And so every day, like, set an alarm clock on your phone, 1 p.m., WAV Lake. Log into the app, see how many sats you can get for listening to songs, and just make sure that this is open. And you don't have to look at it. You don't have to do anything. You just put it on the background. You could even turn it all the way down. But again, you are insane if you're not taking advantage of these free sats right now. So we're 44 seconds into this. This is going to be, it might be, again, you got to keep the screen loaded here. That's a trick, because I was listening to these songs, I was getting 0 sats for them. But as soon as I kept the screen open the whole time, it actually started funding my wallet. So we're a minute in. This should go to 5 sats here right away, maybe 10. 5. There you go. So how this works is the artists actually pay for these. So if they want to promote their song, they pay people to listen to it, which makes a lot of sense to me. So every minute, in this case, it's a 6-minute song. I'll get 5 sats for every minute that I listen to it. So I'm going to keep this going here. Actually, I won't be able to now. I'll come back for you, WAV Lake. Okay, so again, set up a profile. And it would be the same with this one too as well. So when you get into your WAV Lake, if you click the top there, that little icon, hold on here. Nope. Click the 3 bars there at the top. And then you can see the wallet there. Click into that. And then you can withdraw it. So I got 1,000 sats on here too, just for listening to songs. So you go to withdraw. You put in your scan a lightning invoice, or you can put in your paste. You can paste your thing into there. Oh, look at that nice picture on the screen. So that's that. That's how you withdraw from there. And then finally, the last one here is called Fountain. And this one is a little bit different. This one's a little bit more difficult than the others in terms of withdrawing. But this one's called Fountain. And I don't think this one has a referral code either, but I'll paste the link to this one. But that's what it looks like there, Fountain. You can kind of see the logo there. And so with this one, all you do is start listening to a podcast. And you can see there at the bottom, I'm earning, it'll tell you, in this case, I'm earning, oh, big day, 1 sat per minute for your first 60 minutes. Usually this is like for the first 10 or 20 minutes, but today it changes every day too. So in this case, I'm earning 60 sats here just for listening to this podcast, which is honestly crazy to me. So once you get your profile, you can just start listening to podcasts. You can actually, and I do this all the time on Fountain, but you can actually boost other podcasts as well. If you like what they're putting down, you can send them a boost on Fountain. So this isn't about that though. This is about earning sats. So when you actually want to go into your wallet here, you can see my wallet in this case has 9,400 sats because I have my podcast on here as well. So it looks like somebody supported me today through Boost. So you can earn with a profile, you can earn, and you can also send sats to other podcasts. So with this, you just click your wallet at the bottom there. Click the wallet button, and then you go to withdraw at the top. And you can go to withdraw via invoice or via Lightning URL. So that's new actually. You didn't used to be able to do it with the Lightning URL. So it's the same thing. Withdraw using the Lightning URL, which you set up on day one with Speed Wallet. You would just paste that into here. So if I want to take out 1,000 sats, generate an invoice, and then you actually, when you go to claim it, you actually have to click send. So let me I'll walk through the whole process here because this is kind of a tricky part. So if I go to withdraw, I'm going to go via Lightning URL. So withdraw via Lightning URL, and I'm going to take out 5,000 sats here. So this generates an invoice for me here. Oh, my wallet's been locked. That's not good. I must have been playing around with it too much. Yeah, my wallet's locked. I've never seen that before. I just had it open. Maybe it's because I was pressing too many buttons there. Anyways, you'd go to wallet, withdraw via Lightning URL, and then you type in your amount that you want to withdraw, and then you actually have to copy that Lightning URL from Fountain, go into your Speed Wallet, click send, and paste that Lightning URL, the invoice there, from Fountain into Speed, and click send. And it should actually receive. I know it sounds backwards, send and receive, but it actually will show up in your Speed Wallet. I've withdrawn quite a bit of sats here from Fountain. I don't know why they locked me there. I'll have to figure out what to do. Anyways, that's the show today. Again, I'm trying to keep these short. I hope the length isn't bothering anybody. You can always, again, these are all recordings. They're not live. So you can listen to them in like 1.25 or 1.5 speed if you need to, if you don't have a whole lot of time in your day. But yeah, that's it. Earning. And I'm also going to put the link to ShakePay. So if you're in Canada watching this, make sure you get the ShakePay app and start shaking your phone every day for sats. And if you have any more questions on how to earn more on ShakePay, just shoot me a message. I know the audience isn't all from Canada here, so I don't want to waste too much time. So all of those links will be in the description here, and just give me a DM or an email if you have any questions on anything. So with that, we'll talk to you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.